At 04:52 a.m. on September 14, 2025, a lone Su-24 bomber with the call sign Silver Wolf skims the Russian countryside so low that its altimeter shrieks in warning. Every vibration rattles the cockpit. The Earth seems to rise with each gust, threatening to end the mission before it even begins. Inside, the pilot's gloved hands grip the stick, sweat trickling beneath his helmet. He is flying at the razor edge between invisibility and death. Any higher and he is a glowing beacon for the S-400 Triumph system, Russia's crown jewel of air defense. Any lower and he will be a smear across a farmer's field. The sky above is clear, but it is not empty. Hundreds of miles away, radar beams sweep the heavens like invisible searchlights. Their operators trust their billion-dollar technology, but Silver Wolf knows the one truth they cannot escape: the Earth is curved. He is flying beneath their horizon in the one shadow even Russia cannot fill with sensors. But he is not alone. 20 Palianytsia drones mirror his desperation, gliding just 50 feet above the soil. They are smaller, lighter, and infinitely more expendable, their AI brains correcting 1,000 microerrors every second. From a distance, they appear like fireflies whispering over the fields and forests. Their mission is merciless: penetrate, confuse, and kill. Their target, the Kirishi Oil Refinery, the beating heart of Russia's northern war machine. This sprawling industrial fortress refines 355,000 barrels of fuel per day, the lifeblood of armored columns and the Black Sea Fleet. To Russia, it is priceless. To Ukraine, it is a $5.79 billion bullseye. At 05:15 a.m., Silver Wolf executes a maneuver that looks suicidal on radar tracking simulations. A sudden, violent bank that bleeds altitude and fuel. On paper, it makes no sense. In reality, it is genius. By swinging into a 547-mile arc around Finland, he uses the curvature of the planet itself as a cloak. The S-400's horizon is flat, Earth is not. He hides not only his jet but the bombs beneath his wings: 4 550-pound AASM Hammer smart bombs and 2 AGM-88 HARM missiles, predators designed to home in on enemy radar emissions. Suddenly, his GPS display dissolves into static. Russian Su-24 jammers are alive, drowning satellites in noise, but Silver Wolf smiles beneath his mask. He flicks a switch. His navigation route reappears. Unlike GPS, his inertial navigation system is deaf to interference. No matter how loud the Russians scream into the sky, he will not lose his way. Meanwhile, the Palianytsia drones are navigating by Starlink relays, adjusting course in real time to dodge unseen power lines, hills, and trees. Their algorithms are relentless. Their AI doesn't sweat, doesn't fear, and doesn't sleep. Inside a bunker near Kirishi, Russian operator Sergei stares at a calm green screen. He sips bitter coffee. The S-400's radar shows nothing. No intruders, no threats, only peace. He doesn't know that 21 predators are racing towards him, flying not in the sky but just above the ground in the blind spot no engineer can erase. At 05:32 a.m., the illusion shatters. Sergei's display floods with ghostly contacts. Decoy drones unleash their payloads of deception, overwhelming the S-400's processing limit of 300 targets. The system is brilliant but finite. It can count but not enough. It panics, launching million-dollar missiles at shadows. And by firing, it dooms itself. The radar pulses echo across the night like a lighthouse beam. Silver Wolf's cockpit erupts in sound. A lock. He squeezes the trigger. 2 HARM missiles roar free, streaking at Mach 2 toward the exposed radar source. As the S-400 struggles against phantoms, the killer drones slip through the chaos, breaching the refinery's perimeter undetected. They dive for local sensor towers, their tiny engines whining, ready to gouge out Kirishi's last defenses. But Russia fights back. A Panzer S-1 operator ignores the radar noise and switches to optical sensors. He sees the glow of engines in the fog. A burst of 30 shells tears one drone apart. A missile annihilates another. Silver Wolf watches icons vanish from his display, his flashlight drones extinguished one by one. The tension peaks. At 05:35 a.m., a blinding flash blooms on the horizon. The S-400 is dead, blinded by Silver Wolf's harms. The 22-second attack window is open. Silver Wolf climbs, afterburners blazing, trading his cloak of stealth for altitude. He needs energy to launch his bombs the 43 miles to their target. The Panzer operator sees him immediately, a burning beacon in the cold dawn sky. He locks on. Silver Wolf commands his swarm, "Expend all!" The surviving drones abandon their mission and hurl themselves toward the Pantsir, kamikazes of steel and fire. For 10 seconds, the Russian must choose destroy the bomber or save himself. He chooses survival, shredding the swarm with frantic cannon fire. In that instant of distraction, Silver Wolf's targeting screen turns solid green. He releases his bombs. 4 heavy thuds. The Su-24 suddenly feels lighter. He dives violently, pulling negative GS, plunging back into the Earth's shadow. Behind him, his drones die in fire. Ahead, 4 angels of death glide silently through the stratosphere. On the ground, Russian fire crews scramble toward the smoking remains of decoy strikes. They race toward the wrong disaster. The real killers are invisible, descending fast. At 05:40 a.m., the first AASM bomb slams through Kirishi's furnace housing. It punches through steel, insulation, and reinforced concrete before its delayed fuse ignites. The detonation is apocalyptic. A fireball rips through Soviet-era ventilation shafts, turning the entire refinery into a fuel-air bomb. The second, third, and fourth bombs strike seconds later, amplifying the destruction. The earth convulses, towers buckle, pipelines rupture. A 2,000-degree inferno surges through the complex. Within minutes, the facility is an uncontrollable hellscape. Black smoke pillars rise 50 miles into the sky. Satellites capture a heat signature so massive it is visible from orbit. 40% of Kirishi's output is gone in an hour, a $200 million monthly loss, enough fuel for 50,000 tanks. Russia's northern artery is severed. Miles away, streaking low over treetops, Silver Wolf sees the glow on the horizon. He cannot know the exact scale of his destruction, only that he has survived. He has traded less than $1 million of drones and munitions for a blow worth billions, a return on investment of 64,000%. For Ukraine, this is not just a mission, it is proof. Proof that the northern fortress of Russia can be breached, proof that deep strikes are possible, and proof that the war machine has arteries and arteries can be cut. So the question remains, now that Ukraine has demonstrated it can reach this deep, which target should be next?